and we're going to kick off the new season on camera today with the Svenska Cupen. We're in Group 4. We are, we've already played one game. It doesn't look well. We did lose it, but can we get 2 wins on camera today and qualify for the next round? What's going on, guys? My name is Adam. I am a Super Swan. I welcome to Club 3, Episode 3 of the FM20 Campus to Champions. We have reached a new season, my friends, and we start with the Svenska Cupen, or to translate to language that I can understand, the Swedish Cup. So we qualified for the group stage at the end of last season, and now we are starting off the new campaign with a group stage with Elfsborg, BK Häcken and AIK Brog in Group 4 of the Svenska Cup. The problem is we did lose our first game against Häcken, so we do have a bit of a job on our hands today as we play the rest of the cup games in the group stage. But first of all, as it is a new season, we will be going through some transfers today very quickly before we get into the games. The first one I'm going to show you is that man is coming home. Glenn Green from Glentoran is joining AIK. Not until July, but we're going to be getting him in. So Glenn Green from Glentoran, he's coming into the club. We've already scouted him. He's going to be our backup striker, but he's only 17 years old. He has room to improve. He's already learning Swedish. I've checked his information. Well, he did say he was learning Swedish, but he'll get there, right? He'll get there. He'll start to learn the lingo. I'll help him into the club. It'll all work out. But looking at the transfer history, we have spent big. £9.5 million spent. So we really do need to turn that investment into a league title win with only 500k leaving the club. So we'll try and blast through these signings as quick as we can. So we start off with Kent Farnard from Varnamo for 300 grand. I think he was a signing arranged before I turned up because I don't remember signing him. But either way, he's a Swedish player, 5-star potential, 2-star current ability. He is sitting in our reserves, but he's there if we need him, and he can play midfield or attacking midfield as well. So he's either a striker or a Mazzella. He looks better of a Mazzella, I would say, than striker. But Kent Farnard, one for our reserves to build for the future. We do have a new centre-back, Ronnie Ario from Liga de Quito for 1.5 mil. I sent a scout out to South America to find me some of those South American wonder kids. And we've come back with Ronnie Ario, Ecuadorian international, 3.5-star current ability, 5-star potential. Doesn't look good with all the stats going down, but it's pre-season. He is injured at the moment, so he will not be featuring today, but he will be ready for the league campaign. We tear that up as well with Francisco Mexedo from Porto for 30 grand. He's going to be our new goalkeeper for the season. He was on the transfer list at Porto, so we did take advantage and got him on quite a good deal. 3-star current ability, 4.5-star potential, and natural sweeper keeper. So he's going to be sort of fighting for the goalkeeper place with Johansson, although we did load him out because we had a bit too many goalkeepers, but we'll sort that out later. But we've also brought in on loan Ewan Henderson from Celtic. He's going to be the new De Wild, as we couldn't get him back on loan from Sheffield United. But he's going to be our new advanced playmaker. 3.5-star current ability, 4.5-star potential, on loan from Celtic. I think he's going to do bits in that attacking midfield position. Very good numbers already for the 23-year-old under 21 Scottish international. We've also brought in our Swedish contingent with Mabrak Nu, or Nuh, as we're probably going to call him. He's going to fill in that gap on the right-hand side as an inside forward. 3-star current ability, 5-star potential, under 21 Swedish international, only 21 years old. He's going to be the man to slot in on the right-hand side as we don't have much coverage on the right. But Mabrak Nuh going to do the job for us on the right-hand side. Here we have another Swedish player in Jesper Karlström. We got him in for, how much do we get him in for? let's have a look. We got him on for 650 grand from Helsingborgs. He was on the transfer list as he wouldn't sign a new contract, so we pounced on the opportunity to sign him. He's a midfielder. He's going to probably play box to box. 3-star current ability, 4-star potential, 21 years old. So we're going for the under 23s, as that's what the club vision has set us up to do, and he's going to give us some competition in the midfield slots. We've also gone for Tim Wickman, who's been ahead of youth development signing. He was 100 grand, 5-star potential, 2-star current ability. Really good centre-back. Decent physicals for an 18-year-old, but he is on loan to Sundsvall this season, so we won't be seeing him. But that was one our head of youth development did. We've also got Mohamed Baranyak from Dortmund on loan. He's a striker. He's going to be our backup striker until Glenn Green comes into the club. He's a 4-star current ability, 4.5-star potential. He has scored goals for Dortmund too this season, along with scoring in the Danish Premier League. So he does have a little bit of pedigree behind him. We just need him to sort of score the goals before Glenn Green comes into the club. And then the final signing, another Ario. So we do have the Ario brothers. They're not related. They're completely different nationality. He's Spanish, but he's a right back with 4-star current ability, 5-star potential, very good physicals. He can cross a ball. He's going to be our first choice right back, as I wasn't really happy with the right back options we had. But we've got him into the club. He's going to do wonders for us as well. So with us spending 9.5 million almost, and not major outs, I mean, nobody I would say that was well known who played for us last season, but with spending that much money, we have to win the league, I feel, as we are by far the most expensive side in the Swedish top division. If we look at the season preview, we are still predicted 5th for the season, but we have heavily outspent our rivals, and we are only 8-1, so it's not that far away from the 4-1 IFK Norrköping. So we're not that far away from the top of the league, I would say, but I feel as if we gotta win the league. We got to. With us spending so much money, we've got to show us why we can get up there and win the league this season. So we will crack on, as we have talked for quite a bit, with the Swedish Cup. And our first game is against AIK Brog, who are in the league below us, the Superettan. So we are the superior side. And this is going to be the lineup that we put out there. So it's going to be Maxedo in goal, Carl, Michel, Sparanja and Sundergren at the back, Ahlstrand and Karlstrom in the middle, with Froling, Henderson and Bahui on the right-hand side. Tanel will start up front. So not a lot of new signings starting today, as we are still in pre-season. We are still getting our fitness back. And as you can tell, like the likes of Branjic, Nordegren, Ben Lamin, all on 88% because they've only just played games. Ronnie Ario, of course, has picked up a knock, so we are still rotating the side a bit. But I think this is a strong enough side to get the job done against a team in the division below us. And we are hoping to start off our new season strong, our first full season with AIK. And fingers crossed, the board need us to win the league. So if we don't win the league, there's a big chance we could be sacked in the summer, or in the winter, I guess, in Sweden. But we're going to say we should be winning this game with no problems at all. There's a lot to come from you. You've got what it takes. And we're going to kick off the new season on camera today with the Svenska Cupen. We're in Group 4. We are, we've already played one game. It doesn't look well. We did lose it. But can we get 2 wins on camera today and qualify for the next round? As we do have a highlight to Ahlstrand, Sundergren. Can he find anybody? Froling with a header? It's in the goal! And 1 minute 45 seconds in, and AIK have found their first goal of the game. It all starts from a kick-off highlight. Well, a 1 minute highlight. I don't think it came from a kick-off. But Sundergren crosses it for Froling. 2 old players from last season linking up. And we are 1-0 up already. So the game you missed out in between against Hacken, it wasn't a pretty game, I will be honest. But, and I think that loss it's going to be an uphill struggle to get out of this group now, as we've got to rely on other results to get us through. As Brog take the lead, I'm here talking about, it's going to be hard for us to get through, and our opponents have taken the lead to make it 1-1. Well, it's a draw. They've equalised. It's not them taking the lead, but it's just a bit, when you see the opponent score, I'm used to being behind. But it's their first shot. It's ahead of the top corner. And before I start looking ahead to qualifying, we need to win this game. As Allstrand passes it back to Henderson, Froling the goal scorer. He's got wide options which he uses. Gets the ball back, lovely ball to Allstrand. Can he cross it? Back to Tunnell. And William Tunnell makes it 2-1 off the kick-off highlight. And just like that, we are back winning this game. Guys, don't scare me like that. Just don't concede and then go, don't worry about it, Swan. We're just going to score straight after it anyway. But Tunnell gets his first goal of the season. 2-1 up. We are back in control. Coming up to half-time, 2-1 the score. We have been the better team, but I always fear that Brog still have a foot in this game. They can still come back into it. So I am going to say, guard against complacency. The job's not done yet. And we will make some changes. Carl's on a 6.5. So I think we'll bring on Nordegren to come on the left back there. Anybody else looking a bit tired? Bahui's struggling out there. So I think we'll bring on our new signing, Mabrak to come on the right-hand side. Double change from AIK. Can we see this game through for a win? 60 minutes in, we start with a goal kick from Brog. I just shouted, get creative. And most of the team felt pressured by me shouting, get creative. I'm only just saying, boys, just do something with the ball. This is our first highlight of the second half, so 15 minutes and nothing has happened. I'm just trying to say, look for the gaps. Try and find that third goal to seal all 3 points in this group game. As Allstrand, one of their players is injured. We haven't kicked the ball out. We're not being very sporting here. We should kick the ball out. Their defenders are down. And puts it in for Henderson. And Ewan Henderson has scored a goal whilst one of their players have been injured. We're a very sporting side here at AIK, We're all about, you can tell if I pause the game, right? Look at this guy underneath the skip button here. He's down. Kabir Mohammed is down, right? And we just go, we're going to carry on playing. Because he's alright. He'll get up. Not a problem. Henderson shoots. Puts it in the net. And I'd be fuming if I was the Brog players. But 3-1 up. Corner from Henderson, 77 minutes in. I was just about to make a sub as Froling is injured, but I think he's going to win a penalty here. And he is going to get a chance to score just as I was about to bring him off. But Froling to make it 4-1. He puts it wide and we're going to bring you off, Froling. I think you're injured. And you can blame it on the injury. It's fine. I'm not going to blame you too much. But I think what we'll do is we'll bring Allstrand to move on the left-hand side. We'll bring Palmov to be the box-to-box midfielder. So that's our final sub made. Roughly 10 minutes to go. Coming up to full time, I think we've done the job. 3-1 coming into the last minute of this game. 3-2 as we go into the final minute of this game. So Brog do claw another goal. So it's going to be squeaky bum time for the last minute of this game as Din Quang Vin gets a header to make it 3-2 to AIK now. But I think that is going to be all she wrote. And we just about scrape a 3-2 win. So I am going to say we got away with that one there. Tunnell's looking stressed, but boys, if we're a team that's meant to be winning the top division, the Allsvenskan, we can't be scraping 3-2 wins over a team in the division below. So we do get the win we need to keep ourselves in the Swedish Cup. I almost said Spanish Cup then. But Mexedo makes his debut. Froling's confident as a left winger. We'll praise Henderson for his goal that he scored when the injured player was down. And we got one game to go. We are 1 point behind Elfsborg and Häcken. But we definitely have to beat Elfsborg in our next game. And hope that Häcken draw with Brog or lose to Brog. Because otherwise we're not going to make it through to the next round. So I will come back for the Elfsborg game. Our cup hopes are hanging by a thread. Last game of the group against Elfsborg, and we really do need to win this game if we have any chance of qualifying for the next round. It's highly unlikely. I mean, I'll show you the league table very quickly, just to give you some context. There's only one game to go. We beat Elfsborg, we go on to 6 points, we knock out Elfsborg. We then need Häcken to draw or lose against Brog if we have any chance. And Brog have not picked up any points so far. So yeah, it's out of our hands, but we need to do our bit if we need to stand any chance. So this is going to be the team. We've got Mixedo in goal, Nordegren, Sobrania, Ben Larmin, and Ario at the back. So first game on camera for Ario. We've got Alstrand and Karlstrom in the middle, Froling, Henderson, and Nuh. And we've got Branjanovic. No, let's say his name right. Muammar Brajanic. Brajanic? Brazanac. It's Brazanac, right, it's Brazanac. Let's see how many times I'm going to butcher that in this episode. So that is the lineup for the game. It's a good job I speak fluent Serbian. I think he's Serbian. You know, just roll with it. So we need to win this game. We're going to encourage the players. I'm going to say, expecting you to deliver. The board expect us to make the semi-final of this cup. And if we get knocked out in the group stage, that's not exactly a good start to my AIK career. Alongside trying to win the league, this could be a very short tenure in charge of AIK, but we have to beat Elfsborg, no matter what. Corner from Alstrand, 16 minutes in. Header by Nuh. Well, no, it was a header by Brojanic. See, I've already messed his name up, but it's a header by Brojanovic, and Nuh gets the goal to make it 1-0, and we are where we need to be. It's a good job that the other two teams don't play yet, so we can kind of get our job done first, and then we can all cross our fingers and hope for a draw in that game. But we are 1-0 up against Elfsborg. We are doing our bit so far. 30 minutes in on the half an hour mark. Bit of a quiet game here, away from home, and it's Tanyo on the ball to Olsen. And Elfsborg are coming at us. They're the team that scuppered our European hopes last season. As Carlson finds Cooper Love in the box. And Jack Cooper Love has made it 1-1. And as soon as that ball was played, I knew that ball was going in the back of the net. And it all starts with Solgren on the right-hand side or left-hand side. Carlson, it's a through ball, splits our defenders. And he puts it in the net. 1-1. A draw is not good enough. We need a win. As Nuh heads it on, and we are now watching Elfsborg build from the back here. I think we need to build up a little bit more pressure on them if we're going to get the ball off them, really. They're just passing it around for fun here. They're going through all their team. We're just kind of watching Elfsborg do what they do, and I have a funny feeling this is going to result in a goal. As Gajani to Taido to Olsen, plays it all the way out to Lager, as Lager's in the box, and Nordegren, he's given away a penalty. Oh, and we knew this was coming. It was all building up to a goal. As Elfsborg, come on goalkeeper. Oh, it's in the goal. We don't get there, as Robert Gajani makes it 2-1 to Elfsborg. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit worried about AIK this year because we have spent very heavily. We've spent £8 million, £9 million, and we lost to Häcken, and we're currently losing to Elfsborg. And this is a side that's meant to win the league. Oh, I'm not. It could be a very short stay in Sweden. But second half, we need to score 2 goals to get back in this game. 65 minutes in. We haven't had any highlights for 20 minutes as Froling puts it into the box. Ario, the right back, hits the post. Oh, unlucky from him. As Nordegren tries to play it out, but it is cleared away by Elfsborg. And Cooper Love, the goal scorer, is on the ball. We hack him down. Saprania, he's on a bucket. We are going to make some subs as Nordegren has not been doing very well. He conceded the penalty as well, so Carl can come on for him. Froling's on a 6.5, so we'll bring Bahui onto the left-hand side. It's not a very good game so far. We're 2-1 down. We need to find 2 goals. 86 minutes. Pressure on for AIK. Henderson tries to cross. Ario, the new signing, gets it in the box and it's hooked away as far as Carl. Carl now to Henderson. Ewan Henderson makes it 2-2. We are back in the game, but is it too little too late? A draw is not good enough. We have to win this game if we have any chance of reaching the next round. We have to win and hope that the other game that has, who's the other team? Hacken, have to draw or lose. And Henderson does pull one back, but I think it's too little too late. Coming up to full time, it is going to end 2-2, and that will be the end of our Swedish Cup adventure. All 3 games of it. I'm far from pleased with what I saw from this team. For a team that's meant to be challenging for the title, we do not look like title challengers whatsoever. I think top 3 maybe. AIK below qualifying chance. We're knocked out of the Swedish Cup. If I show you the league table, it doesn't matter what happens in the next game, as Hacken and, well, Elfsborg and Hacken are going to be one of the 2 sides to qualify. But we lost to Hacken, we draw to Elfsborg, the 2 teams in our division, and the only team we beat was Brog, and that wasn't convincing either. So we are out of the Swedish Cup. If I look at the club vision, the board are disappointed that we're knocked out, as we were meant to reach the semi-final. Not a good start to our tenure in Sweden, but, you know, we still can win the Allsvenskan, technically. I mean, if I do look at the Allsvenskan, right, the 2 sides we just had in our group. So we've got Hacken, who Hacken are a team very similar to us, so that's not the end of the world that we lost to Hacken, but Elfsborg are 8th favourites, and that's a side we should be beating, if I'm being honest. They're on a 2.41 salary. We are on 5.1. We are double their salary. So yeah, not the best of start, if I'm honest with you, for this season. So we are out of the Swedish Cup. And that means we can focus on the league all season. We don't have any cup distractions. We can focus on the Allsvenskan. So we'll come back for the first 2 games of the league season against Kalmar and Örebro. I don't think I'm going to be making any further transfers. I think I'm pretty happy with how things stand at the moment. So we'll come back after our friendlies to kick off the normal league season, and that's the only competition we are in. And fingers crossed we can start the season off well as we try and aim to win the league title. But leave a like if you enjoy, guys. Subscribe to the channel for more Football Manager 2020 content. We will be uploading Campus to Champions every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, 6 PM GMT. And tune in next time as we start our first full season at AIK, as we will hopefully go on to win the league. Thank you very much for watching.